everybody, welcome back to Myammee TV. Today I have a special guest. The best dressed offensive tackle in the whole NFL ever in life.
I'm glad you noticed that. I try to do my part. If you're gonna be big, at least dress nice.
Exactly.
Like a walking billboard.
And the most identifiable laugh that we all know. Bryant McKinnie. Or
which one do you want? Do you want Bryant McKinnie or do you want?
Well, we all know Mac. We all know Bryant McKinnie. Well, not we all know Bryant McKinnie. A lot of people know Mac. But who you gonna be today?
I don't know. Depends on these questions.
Okay, so me and Mac, we've been knowing each other for, we just said like 10 years, right? I don't know how we met, some type of way.
I was wondering that too. Was it the bowling alley?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, since then we always kept in contact. So he is a good friend of mine, and today I'm about to hound him on some questions and just a wholesome interview about
so this is not gonna be a Wendy Williams interview, is it?
I ain't gonna get into what we heard recently. I still can't believe from Jersey with our accent. He has an accent like he's been in Miami.
I've been here since '99.
Still.
My name is Bryant McKinnie. I'm originally from New Jersey. We went to a junior college in Scranton, Pennsylvania called Lackawanna for 2 years. Transferred to the University of Miami back in 1999. Redshirted my first year. Played the next 2 years. Never gave up a sack. Was in national championship. Finished 8th in the Heisman. 2-time All-American. In the Hall of Fame at University of Miami. Got drafted number 1 in the first round. Number 7 pick overall. Went to Minnesota. Played in Minnesota for 9 years. Then I went to Baltimore Ravens. Played there for 2.5 years. Won the Super Bowl with them. And then later on played with the Dolphins.
Exactly. The best team in the NFL. So.
Says her.
You ain't no good. He missed the Dolphins. First of all, if y'all don't know, I'm a big Dolphin fan.
Huge
so to have him play his last year with us was just like, come on, Mac. Who else did you want to play with? Who else did you want to end with anyway besides us?
Right.
I remember when I first met you, my uncle told me, because my uncle, he works at UM. David Wyman Dave, for the UM people that know him, he was like, be careful. Because we all know the headliners that he was back in the days. And like, I'm going to be fine. I ain't going to be on nobody else's news.
I think a lot of it is like, you know, when the media has a story and they just put this one big story out and it's a big story, I think people think that happens like every day. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So people knew I went out, but I think they thought I went out. I went out a lot, but not
Speaking of every day going out, this is probably why I don't go out as much anymore. This person right here. Yeah. One time we went out like, I don't know if it was 7 or 9 days straight, y'all.
But you don't remember, it was like Pro Bowl and Super Bowl. It was back to back. They both
it was back to back.
Yeah.
But it was, let me tell y'all something, it was a full week. We got home 8 o'clock in the morning. Went to sleep, got back up.
Just like you slept to get back up and go right back out again.
For a whole week and a half. That's exactly why I don't go out now. I am done.
Yeah.
I am totally done.
I don't go out nearly as much. I try to limit myself. I'll say 1 day a week. I didn't go out at all this week. But I try to limit. That's a big thing.
That's a big thing. But anyway, so life after the Dolphins. I mean, life after football. How has life been after NFL?
Life after NFL has been actually good for me just because I was able to kind of just take time off and chill and get away from just football and kind of just go back to just trying to somewhat be a regular person, but people always still going to associate you with, you know, the sport you played. And
of course.
It had been
Which
12
was
years.
Honor,
no, it definitely is.
Over 10 years in the NFL is a blessing.
It definitely is, because the average time is 3.5 to 4 years. Yeah. So I was able to do things that I couldn't do before, which is like go home for the holidays. Okay. Because, you know, you worked on Thanksgiving, you worked on Christmas.
That's true.
Yeah, you worked on New Year's Eve. So it was like a lot of things that I missed. Birthday. It was just different things I was able to do. I wasn't used to being home that. I'm like, oh, okay, I can go home.
Okay, this the real life over here.
Yeah, like, okay, I missed all this my entire life. Now I can finally do it. So,
that's true. Right after college.
College, you go straight to that. So you miss a lot of things. I done missed a few funerals, which I wasn't happy with. But and then you try to make me feel guilty, like you're letting your team down. So it's just like you gotta sacrifice some things. But
it was worth the sacrifice, right?
Some of it was, I think.
So what was your first thing you did as soon as you retired that you just couldn't wait to do?
Not work out. That was the I was like, I ain't working out no more. I'm tired of this. But then I was steady hanging out and everything like I was still working out. And then I started putting on weight and I was like, whoa. Hold on. All right, let me figure something out. Because this is not.
So what are some of the challenges that you have had to face mentally transitioning from NFL to now regular life?
So in my mind, I already was like, okay, let me think. If I don't come back, am I going to be okay with that? Like, I had that conversation with myself.
When you leave the Dolphins, you don't want to go nowhere else anyway. But go ahead. Move on.
I guess. But, but I just was like, kind of like, you know, just over the situation. I did 12 years, won the Super Bowl. It was like really nothing else left for me to do. So I was kind of just like, I feel like I completed what I was supposed to complete there. And it was just kind of time to move on and get into other things. Now there was a period of time, whereas what else is it that you're supposed to do now that you didn't? The football is behind you, so now what else?
Now what?
Yeah. So now there was just a period. That's when you had to sit and have this conversation, like, so what am I supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean?
To figure out, do different
figure it
things,
out,
maybe.
and in time, you know, things come to you, and sometimes you just have to sit and just pray on it, and things will start happening and coming, and you be like, oh, okay, I guess this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I never looked at myself as just like a football player, and that was it. I looked at myself first as an individual. Like, I'm Brian. I'm more than a football player. Where, you know, some guys have trouble, and I kind of already knew what my strength was, and that's another thing is people have to know what their strength is besides your sport. Like, God has given you more than one gift, so you have to realize that.
Exactly.
So you have to kind of start tapping into what are your other strengths besides the one thing that you know for sure is like you have a few more that you just have to figure out what they are. So
So when it comes to networking, though, like you do, I think he does very well when it comes to networking, y'all. If y'all don't know that, I mean, I've taken notes. What is some quick tips that you could give people who are trying to get networking or just trying to be more?
Well, some
you gotta
people,
be a people's person first of all, but to be a better networker, like what would you say?
That whole I'm not friendly thing.
You gotta let that go.
And let it go. And be mature, because it's not about being friendly. It's about conducting business.
That's true.
This person, you don't know what this person can do and how they can help you if you don't just open up with the conversations. Your follow-up skills have to be good, because you can have a conversation with somebody, get their information, and then never use it. So you have to have some type of follow-up skills, but also the only child too, so I think that plays a big factor.
I kind of figured
so being raised the only child is you know how to entertain people because you used to entertain yourself. So you're stuck entertaining yourself. So now when you get people around you, you're like, oh, I know what to do because you can make up so many different things and entertain yourself, and then you know how to make people have a good time. So I think that helps a lot too.
And so how is B Major right now? What's going on with B Major?
B Major.
The foundation, and then
I was about to say B Major is a few things.
So it's almost like an enterprise. So you have the music,
like
the foundation, the events. Okay.
And then soon I'll probably have bookings because a lot of people come in town and ask me to help them get booked.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm gonna probably do that.
Okay.
So it's just gonna become a concierge at the end of the day because eventually I'll be that because I'm helping all these different angles where people when they want to rent boats and it's all the stuff they call me for. So it's like, okay, this needs to just all become a service then because
so all that networking,
all
that being a kid by himself, networking just paid off after the NFL.
And it just comes back a different way now.
Right. Any other investments that you did before you got out that actually helped you? So when you got out, you was
financial advisor. That's a good investment.
Okay.
They set you up with
different things.
A monthly plan. They invest your money for you. You go over it quarterly or every 6 months, however you want to go. But they just set you up to the point where you don't really have. I haven't worked in 3 years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they set you up to where it's a lot of money is for bills. They give you you can say an allowance for you for the month, like stuff like that. So that kind of helps. And then also company Royal Jets is a company that I partner with, and you basically supply, jet service. So I had Gabrielle Union was actually my first client, and then I had another client, football player who he needed to travel because he just had a newborn, so he wanted his wife and his mom and all them to travel, but they didn't want to go through the airport and all that stuff with the baby, so they flew up there to.
So we always hear about I know your mom is so amazing, so amazing, and
shout out to her. She has a book called Untitled that's out on Amazon and everything.
Get it, but I never personally heard about your dad, or is your dad still alive? Like, I don't know. So what kind of relationship do you have with him?
We have a relationship that kind of goes back and forth.
Okay.
He was around.
Yeah.
Probably not as much as he should have been, but he was there. So now sometimes when not all situations, but once a woman has a child, you know how like sometimes they feel like they're in love with the guy, but once they end up having a child, the child kind of replaces
the guy.
The guy, yeah, like the love that they were looking for in that guy, they end up getting in the child, and then they realize the guy maybe not even that good for them.
And they wake up and everything. And
and then it kind of changes. So that was kind of the situation where they were trying to, get them to
work it out,
be together and work it out. But then I guess once she had me, it kind of was like
wake up call.
Her focus went away from that situation, but they still kind of dealt with each other off and on, through me growing up. But then my dad went and had another child after me. That's probably like,
wow,
I'd say like 3 years.
So you got like 3 or 4 step brother sisters? I
got 3 sisters, and then there's like a whole another brother that's like I didn't meet till my senior in college.
Wow.
Going into my senior in college that none of us knew about until then. So I was like 20 or 21 when we met him.
What's some of the lessons that you learned from your dad, even though he wasn't there?
I learned from things through his absence because
exactly.
My mom and dad both were like social people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my mom had a responsibility because she had to take care of me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We would go to my grandma on my dad's side's house on the weekends. Like, all of us have cousins. We was there, but he wasn't really spending time because he's hanging out. But it was just the fact that he had us, you know what I mean?
Had y'all together.
Mm-hmm. But we weren't really hanging with him because he's grown and he's,
doing
at that time in his 30s, he's probably ripping around the streets. So he was a party person. So when I'm saying like he was there, like I was around him, like I was around him, but it wasn't like a parenting type of thing.
Gotcha.
More or less, our grandma was babysitting us, and then what I learned from that is, because I have a couple friends who have kids, and I kind of be like, you need to focus more on your kids.
Gotcha.
You want to be out and about in the streets and these clubs. You got these damn kids, like so stuff like that kind of turns me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you experienced,
I experienced it, so I know what that child feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Feels. Yeah.
So it's like being responsible. I feel like he chose the party. Me and him relationship
wasn't that great, but it was there, but not like.
Because then as I got older, things that I was seeing as a kid, like I know you have a girlfriend, but you're here.
Yeah.
Staying the night at times.
That kind of stuck with you.
Yeah, like you're staying the night at times with your ex-girlfriend. I know he doesn't like my mom.
But the biggest lessons you learn basically are when kids.
When you have a child, that
you gotta
child
put
comes
your
first.
Focus. Yeah.
That needs to be like going out shouldn't be like a main priority.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that your child is taken care of, and I was also taught to work too. You know what I mean? So
good.
You had my mom working 2 jobs because I was a big kid. Like so, every year I had you couldn't wear nothing next year.
Man.
Like my shoe size went with my age up until I turned 18. When I'm 10, I wore 10. 11, like so, my clothes were always changing.
Yeah, so 18, was it 18?
I stopped when I was 18, and my shoes stopped at 18. When I was 18, my shoe size was my age. So my mom had it hard because I couldn't wear nothing. The following year, I was growing. Like you know what I mean. So everything constantly had to keep being new. So I started learning. And she'll teach me like, well, if you want to go out there and show some people your yard. So I would shovel yards, snowed up north, shovel their driveway, and then charge them. And then, you know what I mean? I get like one of my friends from around, let's go make some money. And, shovel people yards and, shovel their driveways when it snowed. And you make your own money too. So then I started being used to that too. Like, I make my own money. Okay, let me treat her. Let's go get some pizza tonight. Like, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that because you felt responsible. Mm-hmm. I could buy like little tapes and stuff. Like, back then you was buying cassette tapes and stuff like that. So you go to... spend money on your own money that you got.
Because she was already working hard.
She was already working, so I would be like, okay, let me just get the little stuff that I want, lunch money, stuff like that.
So work ethic is basically came from working when you was young, and seeing your mom work as hard as probably 3 jobs
at the most. Because she worked at the casino, and then sometimes a weekend she carried change, and then like during holidays she would end up cleaning somebody's house and stuff. So and all that's in her book too. So she tells you like about the struggle of being a single mom and raising this big kid who keeps growing, and then like how like the community kind of helped her as well. Like so, we live next door to like a daycare center, and when they had extra milk, they would leave it on the step, for her because it was like they knew like she's out here working and this kid is not stopping growing. Like nobody in my family's this tall though, but I went through growing pains.
Your dad either?
Dad's like 6'1". My mom's 5'8".
That's crazy though. You just went way.
But me, all my cousins that are all like my age, all of us that are, the same generation, we're all taller than our parents.
Wow.
All taller than their dads.
So bucket list, right? So you got Super Bowl, the all the great stuff, all the accolades. What is something that you want to do next?
Oh, actually win a Grammy. I got nominated for 3-time nomination for
Pleasure P.
Yeah, for Pleasure P, but I actually want to win one because that's another thing. I want to be able to go into other people's things that they think is their specialty.
Gotcha.
And win. Like, you know what I mean?
And show up.
And show up and do it.
Yeah.
So even if it comes down to acting too, eventually coming to that and get acknowledged and later on win an award, stuff like that. So I want to just be able to kind of be able to say I did everything.
Okay, actor. What's the most romantic thing you ever done for a lady? I mean, to the top of the charts. Because some people might not think you a ladies' man like that. They may think you like your child, dude.
Nah. There's different things I've probably done for different ladies.
Oh, Lord, look. Just don't.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to say.
I guess your most romantic thing that you probably was surprised that you did.
What I do is I learn, what the woman likes.
Yeah.
And then I try to just do it based off of what I know they like and do it when it's not expected. Okay. You know what I mean? So, been on vacation.
Well, that's good. That's good. As long as you learn her.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's important. You got to kind of know what the person likes. One person, I just sent her flowers. I just sent her flowers recently. 11 purple flowers. And I put that in thought because 11 was a significant number for her. Purple has a meaning to it.
Okay,
I had
so
to look
you
it up.
with it.
Yeah, you have to
That's
be like that. And then I had an encouraging letter because it was before she had a tournament. So they may not think you're paying attention, but you gotta actually just absorb and just listen, and then later on come back and just do it out of nowhere.
Yeah, all we want is y'all just pay attention.
So then now she realizes, Dad, he does know
this and that.
Like,
he heard me. He saw.
And never gave a sign that I heard anything.
Yeah. So the draft just happened, right? What is some advice you could give either college guys right now who just advice in that arena from transitioning from college to NFL and what they should prepare for? So
who, like the guys who just got drafted now?
Yeah. Or even the guys who are in college right now who will probably go to draft next year.
But they have to realize at the end of the day, what you always got to realize that NFL and college is two totally different things. College, you can't get cut. You're just on that team for the next 4 years. That's going to be your family.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. NFL is a business. So first thing you need to do when you come in there is realize it is a business and you are now a business. You need to kind of get a good support system of people around. Different people that come in and out of your life. And then you'll just see that some people aren't really as happy for you as you thought. Because sometimes people aren't as happy for you because they realize y'all both started off in the same place and now you were able to just keep going. And they feel like, well, damn, it should have been me. But you didn't decide to put in the same amount of work as I did. And I continued to go forward and you decided to stay there. And then now you're looking back like that. We started off at the same place and now you're so far ahead of me. Yeah. I don't like it. And then
that's not your fault, though.
It's not.
You did what you had to do.
And you have to realize that, and you can't let anybody make you feel guilty for something that they decided not to do. You're the one who decided to put in the work, and that was your goal, and you completed your goal by getting in the NFL. So then that's kudos to you. So don't let anybody make you feel any type of way, and then you'll just have the different people coming at you because they have all these different schemes of how to make money. So it's like, oh, we should do this.
Oh yeah, the crazy investment.
Yeah, and it's like
throwing money away.
Make sure you thoroughly look through that because a lot of those things and these people who got these get rich schemes is like, well, why aren't you rich yet? Then like, why do you need my money? You know what I'm saying? Or invest with me then since it's such this because they always want to use your money, but they don't want to put up their own money to match you. So you have to think about that as well. Okay. And then
what about spending advice, trying to keep up with the Joneses when they get their first check?
Well, this is what my advisor said. Like he says, your first year is when you spend the most money because that's when you are going to buy your place, going to buy your car, going to buy whatever jewelry you're going to have now. After that, it should start. It should never be like the first year. I wouldn't really go out as much during the season. I would just save that money for my allowance and use it for the off season. Like you know what I mean? So you got to come up with strategies, and then you have other guys who play different positions where you can get endorsements. So instead of using your money from the league, you use them endorsement checks to, if you want to go on vacations, do stuff. So just set money aside for the times where you want to spend in your off season and what it is you want to do. I know a player who personally lived with his mom the first 3 years of his NFL career, and he was a quarterback, and he was getting paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he stayed at home. Like, he was saving his money. So
So, what lesson did you learn when it came to having all of this money? Any big lesson that you learned? It was hard to go through.
Well,
that you can give them?
What I learned is this is when you have a talk with God and you just ask Him to remove some people. Because you know what was going on? A lot of people, instead of going to God with their problems, was coming to me.
And want to make you God.
And and that's not, and I'm not trying to be Him. So I wasn't realizing this. I'm trying to help and help and help. And then sometimes you end up casting your pearl to swine because you don't really know what you're helping. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're helping get people. So that's when I started needing, like, some kind of discernment and stuff. It took a while, though. Like, you know, I didn't know. I was just trying to do what I could to help people.
Team Give Back, right? Or this hashtag Team Give Back. I know I saw something that you went to Africa and you did this thing. I know you did the prom thing down here. I don't know if you still do the prom. Give back. What are anything new that you're looking to give back moving forward now? Or are you still doing...
The prom thing I didn't do last year, but I'm scheduled to do it this year.
Okay.
It's just a big deal. Like, you're never going to forget your senior prom, how you were able to go and somebody just came in and just kind of like blessed that whole situation. I have a AAU basketball team. These are guys who basically play basketball there in high school, which keeps them active, you know what I mean? So it doesn't give them time to be thinking about doing anything else.
Stuff, illegal or getting into the wrong thing.
So they all play on the team, and I've been sponsoring this team probably now for the past 5 or 6 years. And I started off using I was signed with Nike, so I would use my Nike money, my contract with Nike. I would use that to give them their uniforms and give them their travel bags and stuff like that as far as how they work. And then they eventually, after like my 3 years of doing that, Nike ended up signing them. So then they ended up getting their own,
worked out.
Their own deal with Nike for their stuff. And then we would have the basketball game once a year at the American Airline Arena. We had it this year, March. We had it back in March. And
a full tournament.
It's just a group of like celebrities versus my
the
players.
Guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
they always win, I know.
This year actually the guys didn't win.
No?
Yeah. It was some good players this year.
Okay.
But normally it's always a good game. But normally the guys win because we had two guys that were like, we had 2 guys that were taller than me. They were like 15. Okay. They were like 6'10". And so when those guys were there, then we were winning.
Nice.
This year we had some good players.
Any cities, you know how they have the water issue and all that here in America besides going across the water. Is it any city that you would want to do something for that needs help that you've probably seen caught your attention that you would like to do in the future?
Okay, well, I know the Flint issue is still going on. I can't believe how that's still going on with all this time. Like, there's nothing you can possibly do.
What is something that you think you would
just me, I would just like to take some kind of summit around to different cities, period.
Yeah.
And you'll have a doctor. You'll have an attorney, like a lawyer. You'll have your socialite, a reality star, your athlete, your actress. Like, you have a variety of people who accomplish and doing things, you know what I'm saying, in life, on a panel together and be able to talk to kids. And why I feel like you have to have some of those celebrities is because that's what will really draw them in.
They capture by that.
Once you've drawn them in, you can hear everybody's story, and then they can realize there's more than just this I can do. Like, okay, maybe I can be in the music. Maybe I can be a nurse. Maybe I can be. You don't have to just think like, oh, I have to be a rapper because I like this lifestyle.
Or sports only.
Yeah, just or just sports. Yeah, because then it's like
other stuff.
You get injured in sports, so if you get injured, then what? Like, you know what I'm saying? You always have
what should they prepare for if they're looking to get into entrepreneurship? What are the
prepare for failures?
How do you define failure for them? Because people think failure is just like so bad, but it's actually
no, it's not. Because when you fail, you know what not to do.
Exactly.
Like, nobody who's successful has ever came into a business and just said boom without failing. Like, you go through those trial periods of this not working out the way I wanted it to. So that could be a way of saying like that was a failure because I planned for this to do this and it did that. So okay, but now I know going back in, I need to go this route instead of this route because I already tried that and it didn't work for me. So you just have to be prepared for that mentally and be willing to pick yourself back up and just do it again.
Not give up.
And not be afraid.
I think that's what it is, the fear.
Yeah, people are
that
afraid.
Fear, the next thing I do is going to be no.
Exactly.
The next thing won't fail. You just got to keep going. And whatever sticks.
But you've learned more from your valley lows than on being on mountain high. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when you learn the most about yourself too. Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of your character you learn is when you're going through rough times.
Exactly. So, your whole who you are as a person gets molded after what you cannot have and get handed to and during all the hard times.
Yeah, so those are the people who normally are going to do better because now they are determined and they just have different stuff in them that make them want to actually win. So you're going to go through a couple of rough patches here and there. Nothing is ever just smooth, and that's fine. And it's to be expected, and you just learn from it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they look at you online and all that. They're like, "Oh my God, he probably never went through anything.
Yeah, but
his
even
life
with
is
football,
just so breezy. He don't worry about. He telling me not to." What would you tell those people who think they need to be like somebody else?
Even with football, when I started playing in high school, I played defensive end, which is not even a position I played in college and all that.
Exactly.
Played defensive end because you get to make tackles and they call your name, and I just like that. Get to junior college, they're like, well, you know, you're 6'8", you're a good defensive end, but you'll last longer, and this and the other, probably make more money if you play offensive line. I was like, I don't even know no offensive lineman. Like, what? And it was like a little struggle. I'm in this junior college playing a position
that you had
that I have no clue
idea how to.
And then it's on the left side, which is I'm not left-handed, so you have to really get used to being on that side because everything you do with your right hand, so you just put your right hand down. But now I'm playing left tackle, which is the hardest position on the line, and from a left-handed stance, which I just didn't do.
Just wasn't,
Against the guy who is now in his second year, he is an All-American, so he's like the best. I would get my ass kicked every day for like the first 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
Every day of practice. To the point where I'm having conversations with myself like, is this what you really want to do? Like, you as if like,
really
wanted to like leave. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't leave is because when I first started playing football in high school, I grew up playing basketball. I wrestled first and then I started playing basketball. And then when I got to high school, my friends were playing that. So I started playing football too because all my friends was playing.
Gotcha.
I didn't continue with basketball because like soon as you finish the Thanksgiving game, basketball practice was like the next day, and like you had to be there for 5. And I was like, listen,
you need a break.
I'm sore. Like my grandma was like, you need to stick with basketball because you're not gonna like it. You're gonna quit. That voice was in my head. So even when I was playing in high school and I thought about like having a rough day and just like I don't know if I'm gonna do this. You just gonna quit. That always went in my mind.
You wanted to prove wrong.
So I was like, yup. So then when I got to, let me tell you how far this goes. So then that got me through high school. Got there and I had to learn this whole position. You're gonna quit when I'm going through with this guy who's like super good.
Yeah.
And I just hear this like when I'm ready to stop. You're just gonna quit. I'm like, no, I ain't. Because then she finally can say.
And she gonna say, I told you so.
Now I then became an All-American in junior college and #1 player, and then I got a scholarship to go to Myammee. So now I'm like, Dad, Grandma, remember when you said, you know,
that I wasn't gonna make it, I was gonna quit.
Now I got a scholarship to University of Miami. She's like, I know. Get to Myammee, getting all these accolades. Now it's time for the draft. Guess who's at the draft with my grandma? We're on stage in New York. I said, now remember when
you told me
we said this, that, and the other. She said, I know. I'm so proud of you. You came a long way. To continue my whole career, and guess what? When I won a Super Bowl and that confetti was coming down, she beat my mom and them to meet me on the field because your family don't run on stage. I'm looking for my family. I turn around. Guess who right there? I said, now guess what? I said, now you remember way back when I was in high. I know. Like that's been the thing that got me through. Yeah. Was just always like it was every level, and she was there at every level of it, and I could always bring that up to her and just remind her like, so basically you're the reason why I'm even doing this because I ain't.
You had to prove her wrong.
Yeah, and I did. So that kind of was the voice that I always kept hearing. That when you think you want to give up, it was just always, and you never know what people take to motivate them. Like you know what I'm saying?
It could be something small.
She said that. Don't know. That's what was in the back of my mind the whole time. Like you know what I'm saying? That was just something she said, but that was something that stuck with me.
It was enough.
Yeah, and it was just like. No, you're not, because I don't want to hear this. Dope. So let's keep going. Like,
I had grandma.
Right. So
it wasn't for you.
It wasn't for her. And been a few days where you had them talk to yourself like, well, do you really want to do this? Like, you know what I mean? So
that's good.
She helped keep me going.
So switching switching scenes real quick. We're going to talk about something a little bit more deep. We're going to talk about spirituality, faith, and all of that. What your beliefs when it comes to faith. I know me, I'm a Jesus believer. I believe if it wasn't for Jesus, I won't be able to have a relationship with God. What's your beliefs and what's your...
Oh, mine's the same. He came here where it also says in the Bible, for us to get to God, we have to go through Jesus. So I definitely believe, wholeheartedly in that. And faith has just been a big part of just life, period, just because of even my situation from me even getting discovered to go to the junior college, because I got discovered after like the National Signing Day and all that. They were looking at a running back. We had a running back that was really good. And at that time, my area wasn't an area that was highly recruited. Yeah. It is now, because now they've found so many different people where I'm one of the people who helped, kind of like draw attention there now. Yeah. And while they were looking at the film of him, the guy was like, well, who is this? Like, what I mean? And it was me. And he started inquiring about me. And the guy's name is Frank Verducci. I'll never forget. And he was from the University of Iowa. And he came in and was like, I want to offer you a scholarship, but we can't because after signing day. So what we want you to do is, I want you to play offensive line. So I'm going to give you a scholarship. He knew somebody at Lackawanna. He knew the head coach there, Mark Duda. He knew him. He says, I'm going to talk to him. We're going to get you a scholarship there. You're going to go there for 2 years, and you're going to learn to play offensive line. Oh. And then once you finish the 2 years there, you're going to come to the University of Iowa. That was the agreement. That was the deal that I signed.
Wow.
So I go to Lackawanna. I get the scholarship. My mom was like happy she doesn't have to pay for school. I go through my first
2 years.
Year.
Okay.
And that's when I told you I had to learn. And at the end of that first year, I ended up becoming an All-American after I had to get my ass kicked by that guy for the first part of the year. But like a light bulb went off. It was worth it. It was, because then you just you was the best.
You tighten up and you shaping up. Yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only. How they say how a diamond gets cut is because of the pressure and everything on it. So
because of him, and I always give him credit. His name is Nate Russ. He had actually made me become the player that I was at that position. Wow. So now having him every day, it helped me. So then I get through that first year and become an All-American, and guess what? The head coach at Iowa retires. So therefore, the whole coaching staff gets fired because he retired. The whole coaching staff is now going. It's a whole new wave of people to come in. So now my tie to Iowa is now gone because it was with them.
Which is fate. Okay.
So now
it's open. You don't know what's
going to happen. The floodgates open now because I was committed to them, but now that situation ended, which is crazy, it now gives me going into my second year.
Yeah.
Anybody can come talk to me. So now you have Myammee, you have Syracuse, you have Arkansas. Yeah, you have all these different schools who are now able to come after this kid who's supposed to be the number one player in junior college and stuff and all that. And then
it just unfolds like that.
Art Kehoe comes to the school, and it's a big deal. Like you're at a junior college, and University of Miami is like known. Like these different guys was coming to school, but University of Miami was just a school that at the time everybody was like, Miami's a big deal, like, you know what I mean? And he came up and, other schools, but he actually came to the building. I remember like meeting him and speaking to him. And he was like, I want you to come down, I want to visit this and all that. When I went to Arkansas, I had a great time. It was fun. And the offensive coordinator for my junior college, he was from Arkansas too, so he really was like pushing Arkansas, like, you know what I mean? So now when it came down to it, they were like, where you want to go? I was like, I want to go to Arkansas. My mom looked at me like, what? The better decision would be Miami, because I don't know where the hell I would be if I chose to go to Arkansas and not Miami. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, can you imagine?
No, I can't. So and then get to Miami and end up like the national championship, all that like took place. That's why like God has certain things planned out for you. You may not understand it.
Yeah, and He'll order them steps.
Yeah. So. But as I look back on how everything lined up, from Frank Verducci finding me because he was looking at somebody else, to how Iowa's head coach retired after my first year, to open up
the gates for
everything was just aligning everything for me to go the direction he was trying to send me to go. So that's when you realize, you look back at it like, that was nothing but God that created that whole pathway for me, because now He wants me to get to a certain place, so now He can later on use me to allow other people to learn about Him. And that's what I do now. I tell people, I invite people to Bible study, Or they can just see, sometimes they feel like, you have a good vibe, you have good energy, but that's probably the God that you see in me. You know what I mean?
God. You better preach it. Don't look at me.
It's the God you see in me.
It's the God in me. Yes.
That's what it is. And some people sometimes can't understand. They be like, well, I just don't understand. It ain't meant for you to understand, but you feel the vibe, so that's definitely what it is.
In the Bible, what are some of maybe your best story or maybe your best scripture or something that just pulls you through all the time?
Well, I actually have a tattoo on my arm.
Do you?
It's Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens
me. Yeah.
And I would look at that tattoo before games. I would just look at it because I just feel like just how God can make a way out of sometimes no way. Yeah. You don't see, trust me, in high school, I did not see this man coming to go get somebody. Like, I didn't see that whole pathway. None of that. Yeah, how? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then the end up, like, I done lived my whole adult life in Miami. Like, in high school, I never would have thought of anything living in Miami. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Here.
Yeah, and meeting Miami and, like, all that type of stuff.
And look, playing for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Like, all that. So, it's the pathway that I took.
And just making the right decisions. Listen to yourself to make those right decisions.
And that's what I was saying is the Holy Ghost will tell you. And listen, go ahead now. Just open up for a reason. Go there. And it's like, okay. And you just keep trusting it. Yeah, you just keep trusting it. And it keeps leading you the right thing. So you're like,
okay. Listen to yourself. That's one of the best things you can do.
What I learned is, the other day, flesh and your spirit, they have a constant battle with each other. The flesh is, oh no, this, that, and the other. But your spirit will tell you, like, the right thing. So when people say, I had a gut feeling, that's your spirit. That's telling you.
That's your spirit. Something told me.
Yeah.
That's your spirit.
But the flesh and the spirit have a battle because sometimes you may do something, you may want to do something that you know you're not supposed to. You know you're not supposed to, but something else telling you not to do it. That's the spirit. But guess what? The spirit was here first. So you always go with that over the flesh. Your spirit was here way before the flesh was. So tend to listen to the spirit a little more.
And it'll get you where you need to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. What is some of the greatest lessons you learned and happy that you learned them, even though they probably hurt? But what is one of the best lessons that you ever learned, even up to this day? It could be back in the day. It could be most recent. Probably one of the biggest ones that somebody can pull from.
I'm trying to think.
I got Max speechless over here.
I know, because if you have a vision and you feel like you want to do something and you decide to share it with somebody, don't allow their insecurities to make you feel you can't do it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some kind of insecurity stuff that they have and they feel about themselves. But don't allow them to put that on you to make you feel that you're not good enough to accomplish the goals that you have set forth.
So you basically told somebody a vision that you wanted to do.
And they try to be like, I don't see that happening. That ain't work. And then sometimes you have to keep it to yourself and just do it and just show. You know what I mean?
So, B Major Group, right? I know we talked about the umbrella and everything else in it. But when it comes to the music, I know you did Pleasure P. Got the Grammy nominations. Female rappers, singers. What about gospel?
I definitely like to do gospel. When I first started the music thing, the gospel lane was always one of the things I wanted to fulfill, but it was just finding the right person.
Right.
I like to have somebody that has that.
It gotta have some oomph to it, though.
Like that. You feel it when they sing type of voice. Like, you know what I mean? So that's something that, and I had like two people that I had in mind for it. Okay. Yeah.
What about different versions though? You got the singer, you got the rapper.
Yeah, they have rapper.
You got the one like Erica.
For Mary?
For Mary.
Oh yeah.
So Mary, she did that one song, I Love God.
Yeah.
It was real simple. It wasn't too deep. It wasn't too much a voice needed. It was just I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with? She kind of mixed it.
And she made it
made it hip hop, and it actually. I mean, it resonated with me, and I know it resonated with so many other young people. Would you think you would have like a range of gospel artists and not just keep it traditional? No, I want to keep it. I don't want to keep it traditional like that. I want to keep it where it brings in the younger generation, so it connects with them. Like you can have a couple songs or ballads, that are traditional, but you still want to give a variety, of gospel songs. So I definitely would like to do something like that because that's always been something I wanted. You ever heard the Lecrae playlist on Pandora? You gotta listen to it. They have a wide range of just music. Of rap. So are you fulfilled yet? Is Bryant McKinnie fulfilled? You getting there though?
I'm getting close.
Are you figuring out your purpose, or you kind of figured out what it's supposed to be?
I kind of figure out my purpose, and that is to help others.
Okay.
In any capacity I can. I think he's setting another stage for me to have another platform for me to be able to have a louder voice and kind of really orchestrate and get some things in order to where
from that
it can
point,
help. It can help a lot more people and bring awareness to a lot of different things.
Nice.
And I'm going to use it.
Okay.
For that purpose.
Okay. What do you want to be remembered for?
I just feel like at the end of the day, when Judgment Day comes and you go up there and I just want my friends and myself to be able to say, hey, I used all the gifts you gave me to the best of my capacity, and I no longer have nothing left, so I am now finished. And no regrets. No regrets. And I have nothing else left because I've used everything you've given me for your purpose. And I'm done. So I always feel like people have a purpose. I even feel like sometimes when people pass away, they've either passed away because
they served
they've served their purpose, or they're far off track from getting any. So he's like, let me just get them down. So he's like, let me just scoop them down because they're way off.
That's a good analogy to have, because I just told one of my friends that I think that's one of the reasons they actually fulfilled their purpose. That's how I feel about my mom too. I feel like even though she lost her life and I feel like at that time she had served her purpose. My thing was to see her life, start my HIV and AIDS
now
channel,
how that affects
and
you, and now you're able to
speak out.
Exactly.
So for those who don't know, I do have an HIV and AIDS YouTube page where I talk about all type of awareness and give information and all of that, because like we talked earlier, it is still important. So I feel like she might have got diagnosed with HIV, her and my twin brothers who passed away, but I still remember. I remember everything, and I feel like she got to the point where that I was supposed to witness enough to move forward.
And that was probably her purpose.
And that was probably her purpose, and to birth me as well.
To keep, whether it's her name alive, the story alive, but to keep that alive and to, let everybody know how important it is and different treatments or whatever whatever it is you're supposed to do.
Whatever it is.
Just to make awareness, of the whole thing. So,
especially for Myammee being one of the leading cities, okay. But we're going to keep it moving. That's another YouTube channel. What was something you had to forgive yourself?
Forgive myself?
That it made you become who you are today. Maybe something you used to beat yourself over all the time, but you finally forgave yourself and said, you know what? That happened, or something.
Okay. Something I had to forgive myself. Something I had to get over. Something that I was doing that I felt like I didn't have to do and I had to forgive myself. Was I used to try to please people.
Wow.
I used to never realize why this person doesn't like me when I'm not doing anything wrong. Because at the end of the day, that gets you nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, long as I'm pleasing God, that's my main thing. Pleasing man is not a goal of mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do...
No matter what nobody else thinks.
Yeah,
it's all about
listen, at the end of the day, I can't worry about what other people think because there's only one judge at the end of the day. And it's not man. You know what I mean? So... long as I'm doing things that spread the gospel about the Lord and I'm steering people in the right direction and I'm not doing anything negative, I can't be mad at somebody because they're not understanding why people like me so much. You know what I mean? And they're just mad because I'm having a good time and stuff like that.
They got a person to get over.
That's your issue. I can't do nothing about that. And I used to try. I'd be like, why you doing like?
No need to. It's wasting
time. It no longer bothers me, and
it's time to worry about other stuff.
There's a lot more other things to worry about than why you.
Yeah. So lastly, before we wrap up, Mac's dictionary, right? I'm gonna just say you have your own dictionary. What would you define being blessed as?
Blessed is just having like the opportunity to wake up every day.
Okay.
Have your health, have people that love you. There's a lot of things that are blessings.
Right, it could go on and on.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that are blessings that I think a lot of people take for granted. And like you mentioned, when I went to Africa, me going over there, that was a humbling experience because it took
we gotta do a trip like that.
We have so much stuff over here, but people are so ungrateful, and you go over there, and then by the end of it, you're just like, sheesh, these kids are smiling and dancing, laughing, and this is all they know. Where we're over there, we have a lot more to be blessed about, and we take it for granted.
Yeah.
So when you actually go over there and experience that, there's other things, and there's people that are worse off than you, that aren't even moody or have attitude. They're still happy and dancing and stuff. That you need to kind of really wake up and get
you need to wake up. Yeah.
Because you have a lot to be thankful for.
Right.
Clean water. Like, we were giving out straws that filtered the water for them so they could drink.
Nice.
It was like a lot of stuff we were doing. It was like little things like that meant a lot to them, and they were happy to see us over there because they knew we were coming to help.
Nice.
And
so blessing is just a big wide range for you in your dictionary. What would you define life purpose?
Life purpose is the reason you're here. So everybody is given an assignment, and it's pretty much your job to kind of fulfill that assignment while you're spending your time here on earth. So, but some people don't know what their assignment is because they haven't got a chance
and
to figure it out.
not even trying to figure it out.
And
not even listening to it either.
Yeah, because you get signs and they don't sometimes listen to the calling, and they don't try to figure it out, and they just go on about their way, and they just don't fulfill the assignment and the gifts and stuff that they have. So
okay. What would be the meaning of faith if it was in your dictionary?
Faith is really to believe in something that you can't see. Okay. So to know that
it's gonna work
things
out.
Going to work out. And people got to realize when you go through the storm, just like when it rains, after it rains, the grass grows, the flowers grow, all that. Like, that's the storm. So
and without the rain, none of that would even happen.
Everything will burn up. So you need the rain every once in a while because that builds the character. So you need that. Everybody has to go through a storm here and there, but on the other side of the storm, there's always sunshine, and it's always brighter and green and everything afterwards. So, but every once in a while, you need a storm.
And last one, the meaning of life besides money, right? We all need money now.
Everybody wants to make money, but I don't even feel like life is about the money part. Exactly. I think it's about the individuals and teaching people how to love and teaching people how to, just become a better person and give, and not always giving with the expectation to receive something in return. You know what I mean? Because you may receive something in return from a whole nother alley that you didn't see coming. So that's always been a thing of mine too, is if I do something for somebody, it's not for you to do it right back. Yeah. And I have to tell it to some of my friends. They're like, oh, let me back. I said, it's not about that. I was able to do it, and I'm fine with it. That blessing to come from a whole nother
alley. It unlocks a door to somewhere else.
So it's like, I don't...
Future for Bryant McKinnie is...
Future for Bryant McKinnie. From this day
moving forward.
But to just complete a lot of different things, and I always make sure that God is along for the ride, so I can let people know how good He has been to me, and eventually even write a book just to tell my story. So that's how I know I'm not finished.
Look, we ain't got all the minutes today.
It's going to be a lot more to my story than the book's not finished now. You know what I mean? That was football and the whole
next chapter is starting.
So now we're moving on to the next chapters, and then just to show the different things that I was able to accomplish.
Okay. Well,
I have goals.
Exactly, have some goals and something to look forward to. First, I just want to say thank you for your time.
Oh, today. No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for agreeing to do this different type of, interview. And I always like to end my videos with a song, right? So if you could think of your favorite song.
Why you ain't singing it?
Anyway, so your favorite song that you could think of off the top of your head.
Right now, I have a song in my head just because
that you just love.
Because we were speaking spiritually, but I like it a lot because of Kanye West's album called Ultralight Beam, Kanye West, Kelly Price, and Chance the Rapper.
And how I go?
So you don't want me to sing it though, right?
I want you to sing it.
Oh.
Y'all need him to sing it.
Alright.
You ready? And I need a little vibe too so I can vibe with it too.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Can I play it off my phone?
You can play it off your phone.
Alright,
I'll let you cheat. I'll let you.
This is a God dream. This is today and tomorrow. I still have a dream.